makes an influencer? What makes an organization or a leader stand apart or stand out as a trusted authority? If you look at the who, what, and where of what influences your decisions, your ideas, your actions, how much has it changed over the past, let's say, 5 to 6 years? How much has the situation that we find ourselves in right now impacted our behavior as organizations, as leaders? If you look at what gets our attention now, what and where captures our attention, if you look at what engages us, if you look at the people and the organizations we decide to trust and follow, and more importantly, the ones that compel us enough to take action, the rules there have shifted. The largest driver of how and why influence has changed, I'm sure you can guess, is the digital world. And the expansion and explosion of the digital world has created what I would like to call a new age of influence. And it has done that by pulling the 3 main levers of influence. Now, the first of those levers is access. You want your own TV show, get a YouTube channel. It'll take you 2 minutes or less. You want your own newspaper, get a blog. It'll take you 5 minutes. Suddenly, we all have access. We all have a voice on every single platform. The second lever of influence is attention. If you want to capture my attention, you'd better get me fast. You better come in, be compelling quickly. If you get me quickly, I will give you unlimited amounts of my attention after that. Now, the third lever that the new age of influence has pulled is that of speed. You are able to go from being a nobody to a somebody in under 24 hours in 180 characters or less. Now, you better be good when you get there. You better have a product worth buying or an idea or a vision worth buying into. But that trajectory has never existed before in the history of mankind. But what does it look like? What does it look like when we take those levers and we actually just drill them down into behaviors, drill them down into kind of core traits? It looks a little bit like this. So let's go through this. Let's go through this very quickly. The first line there, out-interrupt versus out-contribute. The previous model of influence, the old age of influence, was I'm just going to out-interrupt. I'm just going to continue interrupting you until you buy from me. The new age of influence is an out-contribute model. And an out-contribute model means I will out-contribute everybody else in my space. I will understand and know and learn all of your questions, and I will answer them in a compelling way. Now, the best form of contribution is to become what somebody is interested in. So not interrupting what they're interested in, but becoming what they are interested in. And the best way to do that I know of, is to become the primary translator of their world. So the primary translator goes out to the fringes, to worlds where I do not have the time, the experience, or the bandwidth to go, to the horizon that I might not know about, and brings back important information for me, using my language in easy to digest bites. In order to do this, you need to become a student of the world of the people you are trying to reach. So if you understand the questions of your target market, you are 9/10 of the way to being the most influential voice in their head. It's language that they use, it's questions that they ask when they're by themselves talking to their peers. And it is your job as an influencer to become fluent in that language. So keep a relentless question radar, and what I want you to do, if you can do that, the next level, start sharing it with your team. Collect it together. Once a month, share it, answer those questions, compare answers. Oh, I have got this amazing answer to this question. There is a myth out there, and I call it the confidence myth. And this confidence myth is responsible for keeping some of the best organizations, the brightest leaders, the most interesting ideas on the sidelines. And it is this myth, that I will do X, stand up, speak out, try something new, raise my hand, say no, use my voice when I feel more confident. And I just want to tell you how much that is not true. Confidence shows up when we show up over and over and over again. Confidence is the result. It is not the ingredients. I want you to focus instead of communicating with certainty, acting with certainty. And again, this is something we are going to need in spades. People who are able to communicate and act with certainty, map out the path for us, translate it for us. Certainty looks like this. Today, I give you the best that I have, where all of my experiences, all of my mistakes, all of my collaborations, all of my peers, all of my ideas, where everything has led me. Today, I give you the best that I have. One thing I can promise you is that influence doesn't live out there. This new age of influence doesn't live out there really. Not in the algorithms, not in social media, not in all the words. Influence starts in here, it starts in you, it starts in your teams, and it's an inside job.